Welcome to my educational YouTube channel. This is Shafiq sir, economics lecturer. Today I am going to teach about the first year economics main important topic. Actually, this is given for the 5 marks purpose. What is the basic concepts of the economics? Basic concepts of the economics. So everyone should know about that. What is the basic concepts is there in the economics? So in these basic concepts, first of all, goods has the very important play the important role play in our economics, because every human being wants depends upon the goods. Without the use the goods, any consumer cannot satisfy their human wants. So that's why goods is the one of the important basic concepts of the economics. So what is called the goods? Generally, in our nature, there are the different goods are there. So actually, that every human being wants depends upon the goods only. So that is the that goods are actually two types of the goods are there. That is the material goods, non-material goods. So material goods is nothing but which can we see that, seen that, which can we touch that. That goods are called as a material goods. Material means, so for example, that goods has the one particular shape, particular color, particular size. So that is called as a, it has one particular shape, particular color, particular size. That all things is called the goods, like that. So here examples, material goods for example, pen, book, etc, etc. So for example, pen, it has the one particular shape, particular size, particular color also is there. That is called as a goods. And non-material goods is nothing but which are not tangible. Tangible is nothing but we can see that, we can touch that goods, that is called as a tangible goods. But non-material goods is nothing but these are the intangible goods. Intangible goods is nothing but we are not seeing that, we are not assessing that goods, we are not touch that goods, like that. Services of the different persons, like that, teacher services, doctor services, lawyer services, and engineer services. We can't see that services, and we can't touch that services. That is called as a non-material goods. Are you understanding that? So goods are very important to satisfy the human wants. That goods are two types: material goods, non-material goods. Material goods is nothing but physically we have to see that, physically we have to touch that goods is called as a material goods. Example, pen, book, watch, whatever it is, number of goods is there. And non-material goods is nothing but which cannot seen, which cannot touch, that goods is called as a non-material goods, just like a services. So this is called the material goods, non-material goods. So actually, again, that material goods, these material goods has dividing the two parts, has dividing the two parts. That is the first one is the free goods. Non-material goods has dividing the two types. That is the first one, free goods. So free goods and economic goods. So free goods and economic goods. So you know that free goods means, so generally which are freely supplying by the nature, which are freely supplying by the nature, that goods are called as a free goods. So everyone they know that. So for example, air, water, sunlight, sand. So air, water, sunlight, sand, these are the supplying by the nature. So these goods are gift of the nature but not made by the human being. That's why this is called as a gift of the nature. Free goods are the gift of the nature. So actually free goods has no price means freely supplying by the our nature to us. So it has no price, it has no cost of production. Cost of production means we are not able to make that goods. It has no cost of production, there is no any expenditure to produce that goods. So that's why these goods are very free goods supplying by the nature: air, water, sunlight, sand. But sometimes about that examples, so here sometimes these goods becomes to the sometimes these goods becomes to the economic goods also. Economic goods because of, for example, water is there. Water, when the water supply is very shortage is there in the towns and cities, we can purchase that. So we can pay the some amount to use that water. So at that time that water become the economic good. But in the rural areas, so that water supply is abundant, is there abundant supply is there. So that's why in their rural areas that water is the free good. But sunlight is there, sunlight is the completely free good. So their supply is abundant, supply is there, unlimited supply is there. We are not paying the any amount to use that sunlight. Like that, another example, sand also is there. You know that sometimes sand also it becomes the economic goods, it becomes the free goods also. You know that during the villages areas, so and besides the seashores, so seashores means rivers, besides the rivers, besides the oceans, there are the unlimited supply is there. So their sand supply is more than the demand. So demand is very less but their supply is more than the demand. So sand in the rural areas, besides the rivers, besides the ocean, sand become the free goods. But sometimes that sand also become the economic goods. So when it is the transporting to the towns and cities, there is no rivers, there is no oceans, that sand is also become the very shortage is there, it becomes the economic goods. Are you understand that? Free goods which are freely supplied by the nature, that goods are called the free goods. So it has no price, there is no cost of production, which are freely supplied by the nature. That's why these goods are called as a gift of the nature. So nature gift. What is the examples of free goods? Air, water, sunlight, sand. Another one, another good that is called as a economic goods. What is called the economic goods? So generally everyone, you know that economic goods means which goods are made by the human being. So that's what is called a man-made goods. Man-made goods is called as a economic goods. All scarce goods also called as a economic goods. So actually these man-made goods, what is the examples of man-made goods? For example, cell phone, car. So who is the made that? People, human being themselves. We have to prepare that goods for their use purpose. So here, all these cell phone also has the price. Car also has the price. So economic goods is nothing but all priced goods are called the economic goods. Or understand that economic goods is nothing but so which are made by the human being. Man-made goods, all man-made goods is called the economic goods. So which is the having the, which is having the price, it has the cost of production. But free goods has no price, has no cost of production. But economic goods has the cost of production, it has the price, because these goods are very scarcity is there. So economic goods are very scarcity. Cell phone, you know that cell phone is the free good or economic good? Economic good, because we have to pay this some amount for the use of cell phone. Like that 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees. So according to quality of the phone, we can pay the amount. So that's why this is called as a economic goods. So generally, free goods and economic goods, there is a one difference is there. Free goods has the value in use but not the value in exchange. These free goods has the value in use but not the value in exchange. So for example, air is there. So air has the only value in use. So using purpose we have to use that air, but it's not possible to exchanging to others. That is called the all the free goods like that water, sunlight, sand, whatever it is, it has the only value in use but not the value in exchange. So are you understand that? But economic goods, so these economic goods has the value in use and value in exchange. So value in use and value in exchange. So generally these goods are economic goods has the both values. So for example, cell phone also has that both values, value in use, using purpose also it is a very important one, and exchange purpose means transfer purpose. So we can transfer for one person to another person. For example, if you want to give to the your friends, parents, brothers, whatever it is, we can transfer that good. So here, but free goods has no that value, both values, only value in use is there but not the value in exchange. But economic goods has the value in use and value in exchange. Are you understand? So these are the college of free goods and economic goods. So mainly intermediate students purpose. So this topic is very important topic for the 2 marks purpose and 5 marks purpose also. So normally this topic is given as define the goods. What are the difference between free goods and economic goods? Simply we can write that answer. So about the free goods and economic goods. So again this topics given for the 2 marks purpose also. What is the free goods? What is the economic goods? 2 marks purpose also. These questions are very important one. So free goods means which are freely supplied by the nature, that goods are the free, called as a free goods. Economic goods is nothing but which goods are man made, which goods are having the price and cost of production, that goods are called the economic goods. Okay. And another good, consumer goods. So you know that consumer means who is the consumer? Consumer is nothing but who consume the goods. Who consume the goods, that person is called the consumer. So use చేసేవారిని consumer అంటారు. So actually consumer goods are very important in our daily life. So daily life లో consumer goods are very important one. Like that, every human being, they want to satisfy their unlimited wants. Every human being, they has the unlimited wants. So from morning to night, that wants are rotated. So unlimited wants is there. From birth to death, there are the unlimited one want. If you satisfy that, another want is repeated. So that's mean, so wants are unlimited. But how to satisfy your wants? With the use of goods. So here every consumer goods using by the households. So purchased by household to satisfy the human wants. Human wants satisfaction purpose, consumer purchased that all goods by the households. Household means family members. So normally consumer goods is nothing but which goods are directly satisfying the human wants, which goods are directly satisfying the human wants. So these all consumer goods directly satisfying the human wants. For example, milk is there, fruits, vegetable, pen, work. These are the consumer goods. So these all goods directly satisfying the human wants by purchasing the household peoples. For example, milk, fruit, vegetable, pen, book, etc., etc., whatever it is. So these all goods satisfying the human wants directly. So this is called the consumer goods. So actually this consumer goods also there are the two types: perishable goods and durable goods. Perishable goods and durable goods. Perishable, perishable is nothing but this is the these goods are single used goods. Once we have to use that goods, again that goods are not ready for the next consumption. That is called as a perishable goods. Actually milk is the perishable good or durable good. Perishable good, milk is the perishable good because only that milk used for the single consumption purpose, single use purpose. That goods is called as a perishable good. Or understand that? Like that fruits, vegetable, these three: milk, fruits, vegetable, these three goods is called as a perishable goods. Okay. And what is called the durable goods? Durable goods is nothing but which goods are using for a long time purpose. Again we can use that. That goods is called as a durable. Durable is nothing but long period goods. For example, pen. Today we can use that pen, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So that pen was useful for the long time, long period. Book also same thing. So single perishable goods is nothing but simply that goods are exhaust their values or lose their values. Once use that perishable goods, they lose their value. So that goods is called as a perishable goods. So durable goods is nothing but, so these are the pen and book is the durable goods. It's mean long time we can use that goods. So that goods is called as a durable goods. Or you understand that consumer goods? Consumer goods satisfy the human wants directly. Which goods are directly satisfy the human wants? That goods are called the consumer goods. So annual examination purpose, it is also important for the 2 marks. So basic concepts, in this basic concepts of the economics, everyone remember this: what is the goods, what is the free goods, what is the economic goods, what is the consumer goods. Consumer goods is nothing but which are directly satisfying the human wants is called the consumer goods actually. Okay. And another important point here: producer goods or capital goods. Producer goods or capital goods. So what is the mean of producer or capital goods? Producer goods is nothing but um, which goods are using for the production of another goods. Production of another goods. Which goods are using for production of another goods is called the producer goods or capital goods. For example, another meaning also is there: producer goods is nothing but which goods are indirectly participation in the production of another goods. In the production of another goods, that goods is called the producer goods or capital goods. For example, if you want to produce the car production purpose, what raw materials are required? Like that, iron, steel, machinery, tool, and some equipments also required that. So it's mean these goods are useful for the production of another good. That goods is called as a producer goods or capital goods. Example, best example: machines, tools, raw materials, coal, electricity. These are the goods called as a producer goods, which are goods are used for another goods production. That goods are called as a producer goods or capital goods. Are you understand that? What is the examples of producer and capital goods? machinery, tools, raw material, coal, electricity. So among these examples, again that producers are capital goods. There are the two types of the goods is there. Like that consumer goods also two types, perishable goods, durable goods. So here producer goods also there are the two types, single use goods and durable goods. Single use goods, durable goods. So single use good. Single use goods is nothing but which are using for the single use purpose. That goods is called as a single used goods. Durable goods is nothing but which are using for a long time. That goods is called as a durable goods. For example, so look at the board everyone. Here I give the different examples. Okay. Machinery is the single used good or durable good. Durable good. Tool also durable good. Raw material is the single used goods. So raw material is a single used goods. Coal also one of the raw material. This is the single used goods. Electricity, that is also single used goods. So these are the producer and capital goods. And another important topic here, intermediary goods. So listen here, this producer goods, capital goods also given for the 2 marks purpose. So producer goods and capital goods topic given for the 2 marks purpose. And intermediary goods. What is called the intermediary goods? So intermediary goods has the another names also. Semi-finished goods, under processing goods, unfinished goods is called the intermediary goods. Semi-finished goods, under processing goods, and uh, not yet ready for direct consumption, that goods is called as a intermediary goods. Simple meaning. So everyone remember it. Intermediary goods means not yet ready for direct consumption. That goods is called the intermediary goods. Direct consumption. For example, cement, bricks, steel. These are the very important goods for the construction a building purpose, construction purpose. Without this, we can't construct the any building or any bridge, any dam or any construction. We can't able that. Okay, so this is the called as a intermediary goods. So generally, intermediary goods has no any particular shape, but better example intermediary goods, a wooden log. Wooden log means one big wooden log. If you take that, so when you are changing as a one shape, color, size, as a chair, as a sofa, as a table, then it acquires the more satisfaction. You know that. But before that, there is no given the any satisfaction to the consumer. This is called intermediary goods, and there are the number of examples also is there. So you know that a bunch of cloth before the stitching the one shirt, so that cloth is the intermediary goods. And paddy is also one intermediary good. After cooking as a food, as a meal, that is the finished goods. So these are the semi-finished goods. Unfinished goods is called the intermediary goods. So this is also given for the 2 marks purpose now. Intermediary goods. What is examples of intermediary goods? Like that cement, bricks, steel. These are the better examples about the intermediary goods. So finally, listen here. Intermediary goods is nothing but which are not yet ready for direct consumption is called the intermediary goods. Are you understand that? So next topic is the what is called the utility. So utility is nothing but in our general terminology, utility is nothing but the satisfaction of the consumer. It refers the satisfaction of the consumer simply. For example, so if you use the any good, it gives you some satisfaction. That is called the utility. Every commodity has their own utility to satisfy the human wants. So, what is the definition of utility? So, this is also important topic for the 2 marks and 5 marks purpose. So, define the utility and what are the types of utility. First, everyone remember the definition of utility. Utility is nothing but wants satisfying capacity of the good is called the utility. Wants satisfy capacity of the good is called the utility. So every commodity it has that capacity to wants satisfying purpose. Wants satisfying capacity has there. So, who is the given that concept of utility? Who is the first time explain that concept of utility? Benham. Benham is the one great economist. First time he was explain the concept of utility. So, according to Benham, utility is nothing but the cap wants satis every good has that wants satisfying capacity, that is called the utility. Okay, so generally utility is different and usefulness is different. Utility is nothing but satisfaction. Usefulness, what is the both are not the same meaning, utility and usefulness. For example, if you see that this like that wine alcohol, for example, so drunkards purpose alcohol, that wine, so it gives the satisfaction, no doubt at all. It has the utility, but it has no usefulness. So generally, alcohol or wine is the injure the health of the people. So generally, wine bottle, that liquor bottle, it has the given the satisfaction to the drinker, but not the useful their health purpose. So utility and usefulness are the both are not same. Utility, so wine given the utility only but not the useful. Are you correct or not? So that's why some of the economists they criticize that concept of utility, because it is the completely subjective matter, subjective thing. Utility cannot be properly assessing. It is the individual opinion. Utility is the one individual opinion. So it's not properly measurable. Utility is the one subjective and psychological matter, so that's why it's not possible to properly measure that satisfaction. For example, if you eat the one apple, afterwards I ask him, what is your satisfaction? Someone says, sir, it is excellent, sir, it is very good, sir, it is not good. So means that satisfaction is completely subjective matter, so that utility cannot be measured properly. Or you understand that? Finally, utility is nothing but the wants satisfying capacity of the good is called as a utility. Who is the explain that concept of utility? Benham. First time Benham explained that concept of utility. That utility can be four types. Listen here, ma. If it is given the 5 marks purpose, write down that definition, then write down the types of utility. Form utility, place utility, time utility, service utility. Four types of the utility is there. Don't confuse that. Utility means it refers the satisfaction of the consumer. It refers the satisfaction of the consumer. For example, today morning I eat the one plate idli. So immediately I feel the some satisfaction. Are you correct or not? So utility means that it refers the satisfaction of the consumer. First one is the farm utility. Farm utility. What is called the farm utility? By changing the one particular shape, color, size, that commodity acquired the additional satisfaction, that is called as a farm utility. Better example, a wooden log. wooden log. So wooden log. Before the changing, I say one chair, one table. So it has no capacity to satisfy the human wants. But after changing as a one particular size, particular color, particular shape, it acquires the some satisfaction. That is called as a farm utility. Are you understand that? For example, if you want to stitch the shirt or one dress, before the stitching by the tailor, that cloth is not it is not satisfying the human want. There is no any satisfaction. But after that tailor excellently stitching that shirt and point or any dress, so it gives you more satisfaction. That is called as a farm utility. Are you understand that? And second one, place utility. Place utility is nothing but by changing the place of the commodity, it acquire the more satisfaction. By changing the place of the commodity, it acquire the more satisfaction. For example, vegetables. Who produce that vegetables? Farmer. In their farm area, in their village areas, it has the very low demand, low value. When you changing that place means when you transport that vegetables to any big town or any market or any supermarket, if you selling that same vegetables in other place, it has the more demand, it acquires the more demand, more value. That is called as a place utility. Farm utility is nothing but by changing the uh, commodity as a one particular shape, color, size, it acquires the more satisfaction, more utility. And place utility is nothing but when the changing that goods place from one place to another place, that acquire the more satisfaction. That is called the place utility. And third important types of utility, time utility. Time also having that ability to satisfy the human wants. That is called the time utility. You know that during the winter time, tea and coffee, it gives the more satisfaction to the consumer. Are you correct or not? During the winter, so everyone they prefer that hot tea and coffee. It gives the more satisfaction to us. And for example, during the summer season, so cool drinks is there. Cool drinks has the given the more satisfaction, but not the in the winter season. Winter season, in winter season, cool drinks has no given the more satisfaction, but only summer season it has given the more satisfaction. Means time also has that ability to satisfy the human wants. That is called as a time utility. And last one, service utility. What is called the service utility? Service is also having that capacity to satisfy the human want. For example, I am the one teacher. If I teach very good to the students, they feel the more satisfaction, or a very good Shafiqs are teaching the very nice and very in understanding way. So they feel that students they feel the more satisfaction. If I am not teaching the properly to the student, that satisfaction levels of the students also very low is there. Like the doctor, not only teacher, services who gives to the service to the people, like that doctor, teacher, lawyer, engineer. So these are the main persons to give the service to the society, service to the people. That is called as a service utility. So here, how many types of the utility is there? Four types now: farm utility, place utility, time utility, service utility. This topic is compulsory for the 5 marks purpose. So are you understand that today topic? So I think so it is very very helpful to the inter first year students purpose. So uh, be careful. So every topic is very very important for the annual examination purpose. So if it is useful to you, please subscribe my channel and share my your channel and like the my channel first of all. Thank you.